Well, I don't know. It's spinning and spinning. It does this to me now.
There
There
it
we
is.
go.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Thank goodness. We sit here and it goes, boom, boom.
It's
It's our neck
thinking.
exercise, our neck exercise. Anyway, welcome, everybody. And of course, welcome to my dear friend, Deborah Zachau. I'm so
Thank you
happy
for
to have you
having
back.
me.
Of
Really
course.
enjoy coming on with you.
I know, and we love having you very
Thank
much
you.
so. So yes, yesterday the beautiful Linda Berteau was on, and you introduced me to her,
Mhm.
and I love her. Somehow at some point I got to have Lilit come on as well. I'll have to
Yeah.
ask her to come on.
Oh,
Yeah,
she'd love that. She
I
would love
bet she
that.
would. I know you have her on every Friday night, I
Every
believe.
Friday, whether she
Yeah.
likes it or not. Sometimes she's just too tired. I said, "No, one more show.
One
One
more.
more." But we're here to stay for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to say hi to a few folks and then tell us what you're interested in. Deborah's got a question for you. If you want to tell us, who would you like to see as Kamala's VP candidate in the chat, just so we know. And
And
then
would you type it in all caps that I'm
yeah,
going to get my,
yep,
I'm going to write them down. Not,
okay.
I won't write your name down. I'll just
No,
write
I know just who it is. Yeah.
who it
So
is.
Tropical Empress Amanda, I'm so glad you were able to sit down and work with
Yes.
Deb's Clarity deck, and
Thank
she
you.
was thrilled to hear that. Hi, Liz and
Thank you
Awe.
so
It's
much.
nice to see you. And Rush, and Denise Fletcher, Mary Thornberry, Karen Doyle, Charlie Sage of Fire, Michelle Krantz, Emmy J, Lori Hunsinger, Marby Gongora, sorry, Cheryl, Wiki, and in Reversed Images 1. Well, thank you. You're so kind. Linda Kennedy, Amanda Carroll, Coyote
Wow.
Rosenbaum. All right. Oh my God, it's Pete.
Oh,
Tea Garden Chicken.
is it Pete?
Yeah, Karen Doyle said, I love that peach color, Deb, on you.
Thank you.
Lovely.
It
Yeah.
makes me look tan. I love being tan and so white. But anyway,
Me too. I love
I
being
love
that
this
way.
time of year.
This time of year, why not enjoy it while you can?
Yeah,
Jen
right.
Bowles, nice to see you. Wiki says Pete. Hi, M. Steve. We got a Mark Kelly or a Josh Shapiro from Anna
There's
Hutchinson.
Kelly.
Hi, Carolyn and Peter. Charlie says Kelly. Cheryl says Kelly. Pete.
Oh, there's
And
another
Pete.
Kelly. Okay.
Yeah.
Pete.
Wow.
Oh man.
I was telling
Pete. Okay,
Deborah
that's
that
Pete.
she's announcing her VP on Tuesday in Pennsylvania. So I don't know if that tells us anything or not, because of course Josh Shapiro is from Pennsylvania. Whoever she picks, oh Amanda, I love it. Jasmine Crockett, you bet, girl.
Yeah.
Love
Oh,
her. I
the
love that.
world will shake. The world.
Uh,
You think it's a new world? It would just vibrate.
it would vibrate.
That would
Linda,
be.
yes. Who would you like to see her pick as vice president? Yeah, that would be awesome. So, yeah. In the meantime, while you're still telling us who you might like, and
Oh,
we'll
Tim.
do something with this in a few minutes. Hello, Radhama Tapav. It's nice to see you. I hope I said it right. It's beautiful to have you here from India. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyway, I was telling Deborah backstage and telling my husband, who is the political king of the world, and had gone to that white dude's Zoom meeting where
Right.
he just was all invigorated. I think that actually gave him energy that he hadn't had in a long time. So maybe it was a good deal to do that. He felt like he was doing something
Yes.
valuable. So I think that helped him out. Anyway, there was a black pastor in Houston on Sunday, and he was preaching to his church, and he said, I am not going to vote for Donald Trump. He disrespected one of my sisters because he said bad things about Kamala Harris. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's really huge.
Yeah.
We'd like to think that all African Americans would vote for an African, but they won't. But if you can get that, if you can get the guys that are not putting up with any more BS anymore, they're saying we have to stop this right now. So it's always what's important to you that you take note of, I think, more so than something that might be important to somebody else. But all right, Lori says Josh
Gosh,
Shapiro. Okay.
Lori, Sister Lori, I'm with you.
Oh, M. Steve, I would like to know how Gabby Giffords would handle being second lady. Okay. Okay, I get it. Linda says Pete, then Shapiro or Kelly.
So we got a Shapiro too, then Kelly.
Oh, the Harris group said not to read anything into the Pennsylvania start selection location.
Of course.
Okay.
Sure, we won't read a thing into that.
No,
She's going to announce the VP in the VP's or the potential VP state. If she ditches him and says somebody else, imagine that.
I know.
So
I know. That's I don't know. I really do think they've all rallied. They were all on that white dude's call, by the way. Every one of them. Pete was there. Shapiro was there. Kelly was there. They were all there on that meeting. And they had some African-American men there as well. It was like, we're not going to discriminate. I think the hardest thing about having a white dudes only, and that's why they, it happened organically, which worked out really well. But could you imagine if they said, oh, we're going to rally white dudes for Kamala, and the other people hadn't already done it, then it would have looked racist.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. So anyway,
I love the way things come about. Yeah,
come about organically. Yes. Hi,
Wiki. Hi, Wiki. Hi, Wiki. I just gave I'm reading to Wiki.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mary, I don't care as long as it's someone she can work with. I hear you, honey.
Yeah.
I hear you. All right. Anybody else? He completely won you over, calling Trump out for talking S about America.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I was thrilled. Hi, Granny B, 1961.
Hi, Granny.
Nice to see you. Sherry Laidler, Jen Bowles. It's so wonderful to have you all here.
Yes.
So, do we know any birth dates on these people? Would it be hard?
Oh, I wish I would have. Yes, I do. But
think about it. I didn't. Let me look them up while and you can be working on one. You can work on one while I'm looking.
Right. Let's say. I'll just go through my cheat sheet and see if something comes up real quick.
Here's the Wikipedia for him. I know he was born in 82.
Who are we talking about?
January 19th, 1982 is Pete.
Okay.
And I'll look up the other ones. All right. You take your time.
And then, gosh, I've got everybody here. Michael Flynn, Kim Jong-un, Bill Barr, Kash Patel, but I don't have anybody. Sheldon Whitehouse. Gosh, darn it. I should have had this.
No, no.
Now, Joe Biden is a 2-life path, which made me nervous about him going into, because it's a negotiator, the big, handshake is a deal, kind of the old fashioned. I was thinking we need a tougher guy, but he turned out to be pretty tough. And he's in a 3 personal year, which is really, really good. Along with.
Let me give you Josh Shapiro's. It's June 20th, 1973. God, these guys are so young.
I know.
It's okay, though.
Snappers.
No offense to them. Then we have Mark Kelly. I think he's older.
What's him? What's his?
February 21st, 1964.
Okay.
22160. And I think Walls is who I'll look up next. Tim Walls.
I like the way he talks. He curses.
I know
people who curse.
He's a teacher. Isn't that great? I love people who curse too. He is April 6, 1964. And Who else did we have? Anybody say? No, I think that was mostly who
I
we
think
had.
that's all we have.
Yeah, that's okay.
So,
So
I'm gonna...
see, we magically did it. So there you go, girl. All right. Now I got to find you again. All right, there we go.
This makes so much sense.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to...
Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon, that's wonderful. Tarot video course at Deborah's site. Thank you for posting that.
I've got that on sale. It was supposed to just be for the holidays, but I like the price. It's fine.
Okay. Well, people can maybe afford to do it if it's at a low. Hi, Vicky. How? Yeah. Hi, Patty Palmer.
More the better.
I hope you're feeling wonderful, Patty, as you're healing from your surgery. Much love to you, dear. Hi, Laura. Oh, Deborah, that's why you love it when Lalit curses. That's what Linda said.
Oh, it's like little flowers coming out of her mouth. I swear it's like music notes. It's amazing.
Yes. People will laugh at me when I curse as well. If you only knew, everybody. Ooh, but I have those listen bitch cards that I pull. So
really?
I'm just visiting. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
I love that.
I know. Oh, so he's is he a Capricorn? Is Peter a Capricorn? 19th? Is it the 19th?
Oh, I missed Mark.
Oh, I have it if you need to.
I got it. I just missed it on my paper.
No problem. Jan. Lalit. Hilarious, she says. Well, I got to have her on just for that reason only then, everybody.
You just to hear her curse.
Andy Bashir. I forgot about him. I'll look him up. Andy B-E. There he is. He's one of the babies. He's November 29th. 77. Oh my God. Same age as my daughter. Anyway. So yes, so look for these little wonderful, while Deborah's doing that, look for these little inspirational things that you will see. I know we're not really watching mainstream media, but these little nuggets of you go, girl. And if you didn't see what was going on in Atlanta yesterday, or was it the day before? It was during her oh my God, that whole stadium was chock full, 10,000 people. And it's just absolutely amazing. It's under it, it said, Kamala has a rally with the amount of people Trump says he has at a rally.
I like that.
It was funny. Yeah.
So I just want to make sure. Who was the last one I did? What's his name? Bashir?
Tim Walsh. WALZ.
No, that was number 7. The 1977 was that Bashir?
Bashir. Yeah, Andy Bashir. Yeah, 11/29/77.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Okay, so. Well,
thanks, Mary. Yeah,
I've got the report now.
All right.
So
there she is. So does it point out who you think might be the best?
Well, I'm going to leave it up to you.
All right. I was going to say you need to call the vetting committee and tell them, now listen.
I know. So Mark Kelly and Pete Buttigieg are the same life path numbers. 31/4, which makes them dependable, reliable, smart. But I know it's different when you look at Pete, and he can really go toe-to-toe with a lot of people. He does have more charisma than the average for life path, I think. But Pete Buttigieg is in a 1 personal year, so all of this is new. I believe that if he's not a VP, it's going to be somewhere in the cabinet.
I definitely, he'll be in the cabinet. That's no doubt. And something better than the transportation secretary, probably.
Yeah, but he did it. I know he didn't.
He did a fabulous job. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to do Whoops. 5 plus 8. Oh,
EA Haven.
wait a minute. I got that wrong. I might have gotten that wrong.
All right. No, there's no hurry, honey. He's not getting the news programs and advocating for himself like some of the others. Bashir is a Democrat from the South, which would help her. Well, yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, Cooper is passing. He was in North Carolina, and he might have been a good one. Yeah, go ahead, honey.
So I got it wrong about the life path number. Pete and Mark are different life path numbers.
Oh, okay.
I got his personal year and the life path number mixed up. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
My little piece of paper.
It's all right.
But now Josh is a life path 9, just like Jack Smith.
Oh, wow.
Tenacious. Now a lot of numerologists say that the 9 is a humanitarian. I do not think that. I think that because they're too cantankerous for that, really. But they are legacy builders.
Yep.
Legacy builders. Josh is also first name racist. Josh is having a 7 personal year, meaning that whatever he puts into motion this year is going to be tangible next year.
Oh,
so, and it's also aligning to his better angels. That's what his 7 does. Mm-hmm. I can see where Waltz is really popular. He's having a 9 personal year, so he's revving up for a new day, a new 9-year cycle. So I'm thinking maybe he has something to do with the cabinet.
Okay.
But he's a 3 life path, a 30/3 life path, and it's that makes him very well. He's great in front of the camera. He's so articulate, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Always fun. Yeah.
Mark Kelly is a 7 life path with a 4 personal year, meaning that I don't think a 4 personal year is going to get him into the VP.
Okay.
I just don't. Also, I don't think, sorry, I think I've never heard him speak except on news. I haven't heard a speech of his or a rally speech. And I'm nervous that he doesn't have, I just don't want another old white guy. And he's not old, but he looks like an old white guy. I'd like to have someone new. Bashir is a 1 life path, makes him charismatic, but confrontational. He can be but he's in a 3 personal year. So that is well for him. The reason I'm voting for Shapiro is because I'm so sorry.
No. Get some water if you need to, honey.
I have this stress vocal cords when I get excited.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. So the judicial system is under fire. There are so many judges and so many people, Trump termite people in our judicial system now that it's really scary. And if Kamala, with her expertise with law, and Shapiro with his, they'll actually know preemptively. They wouldn't have to rely on other people to tell them that they can go this angle or that angle. They would know how to place paperwork and how to word things I think we need literate judicial people in the White House. And that's why.
Does anybody know if he's a lawyer or
he's a prosecutor? Shapiro?
Oh, Shapiro was a prosecutor? Okay.
Just like Kamala.
Okay.
That's what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody can check me out on that.
Everybody, I love Pete Buttigieg, and I believe Pete Buttigieg will be president of the United States, maybe in 10 years or whatever. I'm not sure. Deborah and I both think with a African-American president and a gay vice president, if he has to travel to other countries, and this is what happened to Ambassador Stevens, if you remember correctly.
No.
He was Ambassador Stevens. I can't remember which country he was in. I want to say it was one like Iran or Iraq. And he was the ambassador during the Obama administration, I believe. And he was murdered and sodomized and he was a open gay man. Yeah.
Working for
And
our government?
yeah. Yeah. But
Why did
not by
I don't remember this.
you don't remember that? Let me see if I can
Shoot. How'd that get past me?
Ambassador Stevens. It was awful when it happened. It was the Benghazi. It was Benghazi.
Oh.
And it was 2012, and 7 Americans were in the compound, including Ambassador Stevens, who was visiting Benghazi at the time. And he died in the streets. I mean, they dragged him through the streets. It was horrible. It was horrible. And he wasn't holding back, I guess. He wasn't like flagrant, I don't think, but everybody, I think they knew he was a gay man. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Anyway.
So Pete would have had, if he's VP, he's got to go into those.
He does.
Places.
He does. And I think at some point, it's not going to matter if he's president of the United States or even VP later. It's going to be okay, I think, but not right at this moment with all the cray-cray going around the world.
Yeah. Benghazi was awful.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Oh, Denise. Okay. So Shapiro I know he's governor. He's a lawyer and played team sports in college. Okay. So he's a popular guy that way. All right. Yes, Lori, it was very disturbing what happened to him at the time. And of course, Hillary was blamed. Don't you remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The whole thing. Oh, so is Bashir, Laura? Okay. I didn't know he was an attorney as well. Anyway, fascinating. Thank you for looking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Thank you for looking those up. I think Shapiro sounds like he could. If they go with the numerological,
if they only call me, have Kamala people call my people.
Well, look at the Reagans, who I don't care for, but the Reagans had an astrologer in the house.
Nancy did. Yep.
Nancy did. That's right. Yeah. Yep. Oh wow, that's amazing. All right, so let's move into a couple of questions that I've already seen here. Could you ladies please pray for a safe trip for my family as we are being gifted a vacation from a beautiful person, and help us thank them via the universe. Maybe it will help our mental health. Well, certainly. What a beautiful gift they're allowing you to have. I certainly pray for a safe trip for all of you. And I also pray from the beautiful person who is gifting it to you. So
right.
That's beautiful.
God bless you. I'm so happy.
Really. I know. People are amazing. I had posted yesterday that I'm taking off a little bit more time, and just so much outpouring of love. I'm overwhelmed by it. It's beautiful. Thank you, everybody.
Some beautiful people.
Yep. Granny says, can someone please tell me what a clearing prayer is? We can do that.
I think I have one.
Do you?
Let me see if I have one up. I've been doing some soul realignments.
Just visiting. I think she said Andy Bashir has a 1 year, and he may not be a bad choice, but after she looked at all of these, she said really numerologically that it looks like Shapiro has the best year for him to do this. So,
but the numbers just go so far.
Yeah,
it would be in their best interest. They're queuing up for this, whatever it is, the personal year. They're queuing it up, but
Yep. Oh, Stevens was the ambassador to Libya. Okay, thank you, Laura. But he was in Benghazi. Is Benghazi in Libya? No, he must have been visiting in that area. All right.
It's a clearing prayer. I have a prayer that I really love, and I'll say it. I have it queued up here because it sets the stage. It's like a clearing prayer to me is like a declaration of truth, you standing in your own power. And when you clear something, you're not asking someone else to do it. You're asking for yourself to do it. And there's
Right.
many different ways you can do it.
Yep.
Before I start any prayer, where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
So on this day, I choose to lift my mind, to lift my expression, to lift my availability to a higher level of knowing. I will claim the benefits of this choice and accept the teachings available to me at this new place. I align my energy field to all that is required to sustain me at this new level of being. That's what
Wow.
I start out with. And then when I'm reading for other, like reading for people, it's let divine love, light, and truth expand within me and guide me. I request my masters and teachers, angels and guides be with me, and that truth and accuracy be obtained for the highest good of all. I breathe in your magnificence. Through your grace, dear God, may I be good and innocent and strong and pure, because that is what you want from me. The love that comes from your mind to mine, then from my mind to the mind of others, is a power so great that within its embrace, all negativity turns to good, all pain to peace, and all fear to love. And so
How
when
beautiful.
you can shift that around to work as you want, you can add the different words and pray for others that way. But once you move into that octave, you can clear anything, absolutely anything.
I like the law of one. That's not necessarily a clearing prayer, but the law of one is we are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of my being, I can't remember the rest of it. I ask that this be done, or something like that. And it's very powerful. I also like, if you have limited time to clear, I also like everything always works out for me. Yeah, that's Esther Hicks. She said, used
Yeah,
to always
she's
say that.
great. You can also do in your imagination. You can clear it the way you in your imagination, a picture, not just words, but a picture. Like I grew up on a Air Force base where they had these fighting games. The families would go and watch bombings in the fields. I know. Have a hot dog after. I don't know. It was a celebration of shoot. Anyway, there's this thing called napalm, and I remember seeing it. It's a liquid bomb that's just fire, liquid fire. And there is something different about it. It was the first time I ever saw light that white. I never saw light that white before. And so I've always remembered that. And I'm thinking, oh, that could be, I mean, this is terrible, but I would imagine God being even brighter than that, right? So I
Sure. You
take
can't
that
look at him.
theory. Yeah. I take that theory and I napalm my home, or napalm the property, or napalm the, just pull light in. I know this it's a weird dynamic, but I think I've given you the point.
You have.
There's something that you have that you can just move through your house energetically and in your imagination, and you are clean.
I love that. And it's kind of like the word viral. When people said, oh, that went viral. Well, I tended to think, as many others did, that's a bad thing. You have a virus. Oh my God, you got to get rid of it, But now viral means it just exploded in a way. So it's understand. I think there are two sides to every coin, for a word or for an idea.
Yeah.
So I love that,
exactly.
actually. Whatever works the best for you. Yeah.
I hope that helped, Granny.
Yeah. Oh, she said thank
1961.
you. She loved that.
Good.
She loved that. Yeah. Amanda, you have it permanently on your dry erase board. Everything's always working. That's nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's short and sweet. Short and sweet. Hi, Water Lily. It's nice to see you. Yes, everybody. I have no issues with Andy Brashear. I know that some of you live in that area and that you think, and he's done a lot for Kentucky. And my husband's from Kentucky, and he was shocked that a Democrat was able to do all he could do, and has really been happy for his daughter and those in Kentucky. So, all right. So we have a question. I love your doggy. Oh my goodness. I've been trying to get an answer. On the evening of July 13th, my daughter was awakened and terrified by a spirit or an entity in her room. I hoped you could read on it. Sure.
Sure.
Do that.
Sure.
Tropical Empress, yes. Can you give us some first names and their what's the word I want to say? Their relationship to you, deceased. And I've got you next. So yeah. Let's see. Entity.
So we have, to understand the dynamics of this, we have angels and lower vibrational entities around us all the time.
Right.
When we're asleep or, we're in that la la land, sometimes we can see angels as well as the darker ones too.
That's true. Yep.
And the living always has power over the dead. I don't care. I mean, you just, because when I clear entities, when I get rid of them, sometimes they come to my house immediately.
Oh, no.
And start doing this to my table. Bam, bam to my table. So then not in my house. It's like, you just woke me up, man. You are done for now. So I have a real anger towards anybody who mistreats my people or tries to mistreat me, because I don't take that from the living. I ain't going to take it from the dead. And please tell people, tell her, of course she's going to sense it's evil because it's scaring her. But if I don't care who it is, it could be an angel, because sometimes they come in as angels and they're not that great for you. But just nobody needs to be in my house. Right. And so you napalm them, or you get out and you say, you're not allowed here, out of my house. And then you call in your Archangel Michael or anybody else that you feel you need. But let me just see if there's a story behind this guy. I always think it's a guy, right?
I know. So I have that these suddenly come in. So I got the 8 of Wands.
Yeah.
And then I also have, she has the power to cut it away. The 5 of Swords. She can go in. She can see the lightning here. It's like you have the power. You've got it in your hands, and you've also got it in your aura. And when she does that, if she engages with this and tells it to go away, that you have no power here. You need to go away. I command you to go away. Look at this, the 3 of Wands.
3 of Wands. Yes.
Everything is perfect afterwards. Yeah, she won't see them anymore if she doesn't want to. So I'm going to let Deb do her thing too. But yeah.
Yeah, when I look into that entity, it's just a soul that has a bunch of regret. Oh my God.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, from money to love, and got the 10 of Swords in his back. And life was tough for him, but it's something about him enjoying that space on some level, or he startled her by mistake. But if he keeps returning, there's a problem. You should call me. But I believe that it's just he stumbled through. I don't think he's been taken care of. He's being taken care of by the third order escorts that usually maintain that. But it's best that you make your declaration so he notices he's near you. Sometimes they don't even notice they're near you. Right. If you can imagine that.
Yeah. So I can. Yeah. And it's very interesting, because when I've ever watched that gal that used to do the ghost hunting show, the things that she would say to them and feel with them and be able to communicate with them to get them away. Some of them were malevolent, and they were stuck in that energy of their life and the way that it was going for them in that building, let's say. So it sounds, and some people could say it's they're walking through. There are walking through people too, right? Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is that there's earthbound spirits that just sometimes don't even know they're dead, and then then there's ghosts, which is an earthbound spirit that's been earthbound so long they have the ability to move things and cause ruckus. And then there's poltergeist, which isn't a soul, it's a collection of adverse energy. And it usually doesn't haunt a person, it haunts an area. So if there's a part
Okay.
of your house that is a bunch of clutter, you can't keep it clean or something, or could be some energy coming in through an object or something like that. So if she does I don't know what her room is like, but if
Right.
she wants to clear out, literally declutter and maybe paint or something like that, and if she's antique people, you guys that collect antiques, oh my God, make sure you clear them before you come in and bringing in
Oh,
an
that's
entire
very
lineage,
true.
right?
Yeah, don't
So,
bring in that energy without
yeah.
clearing it. I'll tell you how I knew that you're absolutely right. My mother had a diamond ring that she wore. Of course, it was her engagement ring, but it was fixed to be a bigger ring. She wore it all the time. My mother was a nervous wreck. She had all kinds of emotional issues.
Mm.
When she died, I started wearing the ring without clearing it, and I was a mess.
Yeah.
I really was. I was a mess.
Yes.
I was paranoid. I was, oh my God. And I realized that's the ring. That's
The
the ring.
diamond.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Diamonds.
And gold. It was in
Oh,
gold as
yeah.
well. So yeah, diamond and gold. Yeah. Oh yes. And even if it is antiques from your family, be careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Billy Bob Thornton is afraid of velvet curtains. Did you ever hear that?
No.
He doesn't like antiques. He's a weird guy anyway, but he doesn't like antiques, and he's paranoid of green velvet and red velvet curtains. Something about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that
So you've
odd?
been trying to tell us she has the power. I pray with the name of Christ and say, well, that's a good thing to I
Yeah.
don't know, how old is she, honey? I mean, is she a little girl or is she an older daughter? Because there's a difference. I mean, you can still do the same thing, but I would think that if you were younger, you might, yeah. Anyway. All right. Yeah, I know. Thank God I realized it is right. Your mother-in-law came and took one of your diamond rings a couple of times. It was a ring she loved. I know she did it to get my attention. Oh, so we got sneaky ones too out there. Okay, that's interesting. All right. So we have Amanda wanting a message from deceased loved ones, and then she gave me some names here. So I'm going to just go with my cards, Amanda, and I'm going to say that whoever is there and wants to come in.
Yeah, that's how I do it too.
Yeah. All right. And you might be able to tell by some of the things I say about what they're showing me. So I wish I could be an evidential medium and I could tell you some of the things some others do, but I just don't have that yet. I'm more of a, what is it, clairvoyant, or I know things? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
I wonder if it's Mike.
So I don't know if your mom, I get here, the arcana is like the major arcana we have in the tarot cards, is something hidden, and it's a woman. Was your mom metaphysical? First of all, did she do anything in this arena? Either that, or she's recognizing that you are doing something in this arena, and she's saying you brought that out into the world, that it was hidden. It's been hidden for a long time, and you're bringing it out into the world. And I think she's applauding that. Any of these three people teachers? And a teacher can be somebody like Deb teaches the tarot. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a professor or a high school teacher or anything. It just could be somebody that is helping other people learn something. Then I get an act of love, objectivity. The interesting thing is that these three people, and I'm guessing that they get along really well up there, even though it's a dad and a stepdad and your mom. The three of them are saying, you can be more objective up here. We're just a bunch of souls. We know all the rules up here. And so we're able to get along really well, even if they didn't on the earth. And the men are tipping their hat to you. They're saying, be here and now. Don't worry about us. We'll be here when you get here. But they're tipping their hat, sending you lots and lots of love. So there you go.
All right. Well, I do have one of the two guys.
Okay.
So the one I have that came in is very, very bright. He might be an instructor, a teacher, just very, very smart. And so one of the message he has for you is something very interesting. I don't know if you have a child around you. I mean, a young child, dependent or grandchild, but there is a new action towards that child. And sometimes, because I have a page here, Page of Cups, it could be a physical person or it could be a passion, something that you're passionate, some new thing that comes in. I've got two aces here, like the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups is like two aces. So that's something to acknowledge, that they see that there are new things happening for you. The next thing that he's saying is that you have everything in place to go about and succeed at this new thing or this new person, having a relationship. And the only thing they're saying is that to make sure you have no regrets is to make sure that you look outside the box and allow more than you normally do. Allow more things, even though it bugs you, you can deal with it later. But during that time, just allow for everything to happen. And it's going to bring you such bright light and positivity. So that's the message.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, she says her parent, hi, Linda Berto. It's nice to see you.
Oh, Linda.
Yes, Linda's here. Yay. Her parents were coaches. And I said, yes, that's absolutely teaching. I mean, you have to teach them how to do their work. Amanda says, my passions are pursuing my spiritual path and bringing my psychic abilities out more to help. Yep. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, Amanda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad.
Right. All right. So Maria is not apparently is sharing a YouTube with Carlos. So I would like a reading on your health. Okay, honey. What you need to know first, though, and I just have to say this, both of us have to say this, is that we are not doctors and we don't give medical advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But we can read the energy that's around you right now. That doesn't mean that energy will not change or could not, might change. But I have to give that that caveat before we start.
And also, some of the energy we will see around you is energy you're denying as well. I mean, there's a whole lot we could do with energy signatures. So
yeah. There's some people who are what they call the saboteur, and they may not realize that they're sabotaging their own health by doing things they do. So yeah, it's a little bit like that. Yeah, good. That's awesome. All right, let's see.
This is interesting. There is a darkness that I'm not a darkness. So just like you don't have faith that things can get better and stay better. I don't know which one it is.
Okay.
And there's a couple of people you're not trusting. So there's a lot going on here, sweetheart. And you feel like life might be stealing from you. And you get all this way and all of a sudden this happens, whatever this is. And it's not fair. And I hear you and feel you, but I do see that there is wishing available. So the 9 of Cups coming in saying there's wishes that can be filled, but see, all of that it's not a default. It's when you ask for help, they don't assert themselves just by default. They need to be asked. This is a respect, we're on a planet of free choice, and so they can't just come in. All the angels can do is lean you towards good, and that's it. But if you ask for help in changing your mind about the situation, and I know that's I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. And I'm not making it out that that's easy at all.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just that I've
We
got,
all have that we have to do. It's not just you.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
know what that feels like. And
Mhm.
I do
Mhm.
see that you're at peace right this minute. You
Mhm.
know, you're middle of the road. You don't have a lot of emotion either way, just this minute. And
Mhm.
and that's good. But it's that when you have peace, it's almost like you've surrendered to that nothing will get better. Does that make sense? I hope it
No, it
makes
really
sense.
does.
Okay.
Because it's exactly what I have to keep telling my husband. He's hasn't
Oh,
been well for 9 months.
yeah.
And I said, it's time to surrender the idea that things are going to change automatically without having you change what you believe now. You know, you have to live this way and then move it. So
Mhm.
I get it totally. Whether she
Yeah.
does or not, it's something new. It may be something new. I get
Mhm.
here that you're looking out and you're saying, I want to feel better. I want to feel better. And is there some heartbreak that you had? Because I get the 3 of Swords. Is it your heart, or is it a heartbreak that you're going through that's hurt? Are you depressed? I'm feeling that something there surrounds.
You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
That's what she says.
Okay.
Carlos.
For you were so right. Yep.
Oh,
I do. Yeah, because it has a delay.
oh,
So
I see.
what you said.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have a heartbreak or you're having a heart problem. You know, you can have a heart issue from a broken heart. You can't, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, that people, there is such a thing as that. But look, I don't know if it was a man, a passionate man, a man who was affectionate that may have hurt you, or that, you know, or you have a man that you're having problems with or not. But isn't the King of Wands a pretty cool dude? Isn't he
Yeah,
like,
but he's really quick.
oh, he's quick?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's really quick and changes his mind and
He
really fun to
changes.
be around, but hard to
Okay.
keep up with sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I get for you. I certainly wish that you're feeling much better. I hope you are going to a doctor or you know, whatever you need to do. But Maria, I want you to know that we will pray for you here in this community, because that's what we
Absolutely.
do. And so we want to send you lots of love and energy and light, and hope for feeling better very soon. So thank you, Maria.
Thanks,
Okay.
Maria.
All right, we have Tammy Jackson. I've been feeling more energy and seeing more lights in my house. Can you see who's hanging around you?
Yes. What? Well, it might be ET. I don't know if are you into ET? That could be ET.
ET phone home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Tammy, more energy, more lights. Well, you may be getting light codes as well.
That's right. I think
Yeah.
that's because when I go down the road I was thinking about, because I thought, is this right? And I'm getting, no, that's not right. So you don't have ETs. I don't think it's ETs.
Yeah. No.
But what a cool story if it was.
It would be.
Tammy,
It would be.
come on my show.
So I have here from my light codes deck is forgiveness and release dysfunctional energy. So if there's something going on and you're holding that energy and it's dysfunctional, it's not in your best interest, you need to visualize it and either drop it into the ground through your feet, or let go of it skyways, and speak your truth, because you have your own personal power, and you know it, Tammy. You know you have this power. You've been in my chat long enough to know. I know that you believe in that, and also to love yourself. Yeah. Every single person in this chat and watching later and watching any other time, love yourself, please.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things I get is that you need to ask them why they're there.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you think about signs from the other side, you know, and you say, oh, I see 333. That's a sign. But you have to assign a meaning to that. And how you do that is that your imagination will pull you in one direction or another for sure.
Right.
But you can also ask, okay, I'm ready. I'm open. I'm not thinking about a thing. What does 333 mean? That type of thing.
Yes.
And then ask them what their intention is and move into that. Because I do believe they're there to help you move into physically doing something new. So if you're studying metaphysics or spiritual or whatever, it's time to think about moving into a direction and start defining yourself some way, shape, or form.
Yep. Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. I've been angry this week for no reason. Honey, we all have been. Interestingly, though, there's been a precipitous shift in energy. A lot of people are feeling more hopeful in the collective energy than they were 2 weeks ago.
Maybe 6 years ago.
Yeah. So we're like this, we're going, oh, okay, thank you. Relief. It's like when you have a gas bubble. Oh, let me burp. Yeah. But you're not alone on that one, honey.
Not at all. I understand that. But you should just eat cake. Go out and buy yourself a nice cake and eat the whole thing. Just don't put it on a plate. You just get a spoon or a fork and do it.
I bought Keith a really big piece of triple layer chocolate cake yesterday. And he usually picks at things like that. He ate the whole thing.
Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah, just got to eat it all. That's right. Yep. So I know my parents are with me during this time of healing. Anyone else I'm not seeing? All right, Charlie.
Let's see.
Check that out.
Well, I've got your mother here.
Hi, Dr. Ann.
Somebody else.
Yeah, a Tropical Empress. It's Archangel Raphael, Master Ascension Light Codes. Yeah, that's the cards I had. Yeah. All right, so you got somebody else.
There's a little boy around you, or a little girl. Very, very, very young, dependent. It could be someone that you grew up with who passed away or something like that, and all will be well. You're rebuilding well, and it looks like that person has a sibling on the planet that's alive.
Oh,
that's alive.
Okay.
And so that's what I have got here.
Wow.
Maybe two siblings that are alive. So I don't know if you had children and lost one or something like that. And it could be that. I'm not sure.
Yep. Wow. I got my middle card I've never gotten before. And I love that when that happens. I've been reading with these cards for a year or two. And I've never gotten this one card because I don't recognize it. But the first one I got is Evermore. So there's your parents.
Yeah, right.
We're here for Evermore, girl. No problem. And then I get the Compass. And I'm just feeling like that this may be an aunt or grandmother or something. Somebody that might have said to you, find your North Star, look to the stars, somebody with maybe a moral compass. I don't know, but that's what I get. And look, it's somebody in spirit. So if that resonates, if that makes sense to you, I don't know, but I'm going to put that out there. And then they're saying, we love that you perceive we're around you. There's the perception, Yeah. And the last card is an act of love here and now. They said, we're also happy that you are living in the now, the present moment, because we never know what, and it's so important to pull ourselves back to that whole thing, which comes along with that self-love thing. And also, instead of thinking future, we're thinking this, because actually future is this, and so is past, because we really don't. Time is just an illusion. So, but they're really happy to see you, and they're happy that you recognize they've been around you. So, a little boy or girl. That's interesting. So, wow. Is there anybody else? Oh, Water Lily, you feel hopeful too? Well, good.
Good. And Tropical Empress said she does what I do. but
Yeah.
with a strawberry cheesecake with just this fork. My sister.
Oh my God.
Ah,
There you go. I wish I could do that, but I'd be sick for weeks because I
yeah.
don't have the stomach that
We
can
are
deal with.
too, but we just motor through it.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. I'm glad you can.
Yeah.
Karen, you're feeling some hostility towards me from angry white men in my neighborhood. Do they know that you're a Democrat? Like across the street from me, there's two signs, and they're not Trump, but they're the Republican governors or
Oh.
candidates. And
Mhm.
I know that that's how they must roll. And I just try to let it go because they have free will. They can choose whoever they wish. But sometimes we have to sort of, I think, hide. It's unfortunate,
The
but I
thing
don't.
is that there's things called anger spears that are
Um,
angry thoughts towards you that have the ability to stick into your energy signature or into your aura, and sometimes in the mental body, and sometimes the emotional body. And
yeah.
so, but it has to have like a magnet. It has to have an attachment mechanism. So get your bad girl on is what it is, like that. Get your Teflon on, and make sure you just push those anger spears back or mirror them back without physically doing it, and getting rid of it that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Karen, they're mad at all women, and the thing is, they have no right to be mad at any of us. They want to control us, and so if they're angry and they're
Yeah, but their 250 years is dying. I'd be pissed too if I thought I had to give up.
that's
If
very
I was a
true.
guy and said, "Oh no, I have to hand it over to a lady," I'm going
Yeah,
to make noise about it.
of course, and remember too, Karen, they're all 200 energy calibration or under. And actually, I read that 80% of the world's population is calibrated at 200 or less.
That's
And
the
so
equilibrium, yeah, of the
yeah,
world, because
it
that
is.
equilibrium, and that the darker or heavier energy always takes. It's always seems to be
Yeah.
there and pulling on us. So
Yep. Wow. All right, we got one more, and it's almost time for us to go. I'm sorry, folks, if you're just putting in stuff because we've been here almost an hour.
yeah.
And so Nettie would like Nettie, welcome. I don't think I've seen you before, and it's nice to have you here. Could I get a spiritual reading? I have my mother, sister, and 3 brothers on the other side. Well,
What? Wow.
that's the tribe. All right, we'll see what we can come up with. Dr. Ann, if you read David Hawkins' calibrations for energies, just like what Pam Drinnan does for us on the show, then they're 200 or under in calibration. And each calibration, for instance, 500 is unconditional love. So we got shame, and we got hate, we got anger, and we got all those things are down in the lower section. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I know. They're so bad without saying anything. The big ugly trucks with flying our flag. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Don't let them get you down. You're a lot stronger than they are because you calibrate at a higher level. And what we're trying to do is bring those folks up if we can. It's not always easy. All right. What do we got here?
So let me jump in because I just, while you're looking, I do have an older brother. I don't know if
Okay.
you're the oldest, who came in with someone that's a senior, kind of older than you. But the message is clear. He's telling me that you're hesitating moving forward on something, and you're losing sleep over it, wondering if it's going to work. It's almost like you're thinking, I have one more, I've got the energy to persevere one more time, and if that doesn't go through, I'm just going to give it up. And that type of thing. That's the energy he's telling me you
Okay.
have. But he's also telling me that you have everything you need to be successful, and there's going to be many other people around you supporting that. So whatever you
Wonderful.
want to do. Yeah.
Wow, that's what Nettie said. Yes, that resonates with her. So,
Yeah. Good.
I get this, Nettie. You've got your mother, sister, and 3 brothers. So that's a lot of people on the other side. Well, they're saying, we sit at the table with you. This is the spirit throne. And, we take turns sometimes on the holidays when you're thinking of all of us. We're the tribe. We're there for you. We are with you. And, we love you. They're saying here, it's very interesting how our what the importance of things are in the material world, and up here it's like, who cares? There's nothing in the material world that I need, or and it's a total flip, because when you're up there, you just see everything, everything, and it's amazing. And they said that you are a sovereign being, which means you make the decisions about yourself. But you also can call on your spirit guides and angels and the ascended masters if you need help. But you do have free will always. And they're saying, make sure that you understand that. Nobody else can tell you what you need to do. Only you know that. And finally, I get, they come to your defense all the time, and they always will. This looks like an older brother as well. So yeah, the bros are there for you, Nettie.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That was fun.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for spending time with Deborah and I.
Yes.
And thank you, of course, Deborah, for being here.
Pleasure is mine. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Please check out, if you haven't already, Deborah's channel, Deb Zachau, Grow Your Light. Make sure, if you are interested in learning about the tarot, she has a class she offers. Why don't you tell them how to do that?
It's a video course I created when I didn't know video editing. So it's I tried to get everything in a row very well. But it does give you really, really, really good information. It not only tells you what the cards mean, but the combinations, how to do some readings, and then I take you through some readings and the combinations. And what I have learned doing all the readings I've done, because I work on a hotline, couple of hotlines, and so I've discovered new things. Like when you learn something basic in theory and then you put it to the test, you think, oh, the books are a little bit wrong here. And so that's what I have in my course, and that's it's $44. You get it forever. I mean, it's yours.
That's
there.
Really wonderful.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah,
and if you sign up, let me just say this, if you sign up for the course, I'll give you a members only class, which is about a couple hours, hour and a half, and we answer all your questions. I answer all your questions and stuff
through Zoom, right?
Through Zoom, yeah. It's so make sure you send me your email address, but I'll get it if you purchase the class. So thank you.
So Deborah, you know that things come to me in songs. You know that about me. So I'm hearing hotline, going on the hotline for your love. Remember that song? I think it was 80,
but it's
80,
cool.
1980, I think it was. Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
I love you.
Yeah. Bye-bye,
everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks.